Okay, so I have also purchased a handful of books over the last few months, but I'm going to start by telling you about a book that this is just a loaner. Angie, a girl that I work with, she lent me this book called Manson in His Own Words, as told to, I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name, Newell Emmons. So this is supposed to be, you're supposed to get a dive into Marilyn Manson's mind. So I was very, very interested in this. She was telling me about this book. I was like, oh, I need to read that. So she brought it to me. So I'm going to be reading this very soon. And then I'll give it back to her. So this one's just a loaner, but I still had to talk about it because I'm really excited to read it. Okay. Then one of the books I got was Krampus by Brom. No last name, just Brom. He's an artist and an author. And look at this book. I love these pages. You see how has the little uneven pages? I love that. I love that. And it's got the little flappies, you know. But anyways, yeah, Krampus, the Yule Lord. And he illustrates all his books. Let me see if I can find an illustration. Oh, these don't look like they're color illustrations. Oh, here's the color illustration right here. Pretty cool, right? Oh, was there a glare on that? Let me get a little closer. Oh, there's a glare. Okay. No, don't glare. Don't glare. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Okay. All right. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. I don't know that much about it other than it's about Krampus. You know what I mean? The Christmas bad guy. So yeah, there's a group of people who are going to be reading that in the book in Rachel's book club. So that's Rachel from the Shades of Orange. So yeah, so I'm going to be reading this over the Christmas season, and I'm very excited to read it. Okay, then I got, let's see here. Ooh, let's talk about my gifts next. Okay, so one of the things that has happened lately is I had gone through a reading slump. I was really just having a terrible time reading. I couldn't read it all for a good, 3 months there. It was really a struggle. And I couldn't finish anything that I started. So one of my friends from Rachel's book club, she sent me this fabulous bookmark because I started reading The Stand and it broke me out of that book slump. And so she sent me this marvelous bookmark. It's a wood bookmark. It's really nice. I had to take it out of the book so for the video, but it'll be going back in the book after I'm done with the video. It says, "The place where you made your stand never mattered, only that you were there and still on your feet." Nice, right? That was a nice bookmark. And then it's got the little symbol that's on the book too, the little fighting, dueling characters there. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Look, it has my name on the back. Oh my God. I just now saw that. How did I miss that? Oh my God. I am so stupid. So anyways, thank you again, Miss Sandy, for the bookmark. And the other thing that little Miss Sandy sent me was this candle right here. Okay, I'm going to put pictures of it on the screen because I really wanted to burn it, but I wanted to show it in the video too. So I took pictures of it to show you in the video so that I could go ahead and burn it. And that candle, let me tell you, smells marvelous. Just, oh, I don't know. It smells kind of grapefruity or something, but yeah, it's absolutely marvelous. So thank you again, Miss Sandy. She knows how to do it right. Okay, so the next books that I'm going to talk about are the ones that I received from my Box Walla subscription. The first one is The Madonna of Excelsior by Zakes, and I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, so I'm just going to call it Mata. You could see that there. So yeah, I like the cover. This is kind of a colorful, interesting little cover. And this is a woman's struggle with the racial divide in South Africa. So in 1971, 19 citizens of Excelsior in South Africa's white-ruled Free State were charged with breaking apartheid's Immorality Act, which forbade sex between blacks and whites. Taking this case as raw material for his alchemic imagination, Zakes Mata tells the story of one irrepressible falling Madonna, Nikki, and her family at the heart of the scandal. So this is not the kind of book that I like to read. Okay, just a moment. My cat pushed my door open and I can hear my son out there laughing. And we're back. Okay. So anyways, yes, back to the Madonna of Excelsior. This is not really the kind of book I like to read. I probably won't read it. I am going to try it because I really haven't read that much about the struggles taking place in Africa, and there are quite a few going on over there. So I do kind of want to read it just for that aspect of it, but I really have a hard time getting into stories like this. So I probably won't read it, but I am going to give it a try. Let's see. The other book I got from my Box Wallace subscription was The Lying Life of Adults by Elena Ferrante. So this one actually does sound like it might be okay. I'll just read you a little bit from the back here. 2 years before leaving home, my father said to my mother that I was very ugly. How awful is that? So this story, Giovanni's pretty face has changed. It's turning into the face of an ugly, spiteful adolescent. But is she seeing things as they really are? Where must she look to find her true reflection and a life that she can claim as her own? Giovanna's search takes her to two kindred cities. Oh, I can't read. Giovanna's search takes her to two kindred cities that fear and detest one another. The Naples of the heights, which assumes the mask of refinement, and the Naples of the depths, a place of excess and vulgarity. Adrift, she vacillates between these two cities, falling into one, then climbing back to the other. But neither city seems to offer her any answers. Now, that doesn't really tell you a lot about what the book is, except for I'm guessing that it has to do with her personal inner struggle and what she's going through. Again, sounds like it might be interesting, but I have trouble getting into this kind of a novel, so probably won't read it, but I do intend to give it a try. Oh, I didn't take the jacket off of this to see. No, oh, it's just plain white. Actually, I kind of like that. Look at that. Gold on the side, plain white on the front, and I am losing the light. I should have set up my umbrella lights before I started this video, but I did not. Shame on me. Okay. I'll try to hurry before I lose all the light. The next book that I got, oh, I almost forgot to tell you what came in the Box Wallace subscription. The last thing that came in the Box Wallace subscription, they always send you like a non-book thing, and this time it was a little pin. Can you see the little pin there? Let's see. Yeah, you can see the pen. It's a cute little pen. I probably won't use it for anything, but it's cute. Yeah, my mom might like to have that. Maybe I'll offer that to her. So the next book I got I'm very excited about is The Ghost in the Machine by James Lovegrove. And this is book 3 in the Firefly series. And Joss Whedon is involved. He's like the consultant for the books in this series. So you know that it's going to be based on the real Firefly lore. And I do have books 1 and 2 right here on my shelf. And then this is book 3. And then book 4 has not come out yet, but you can pre-order it. And I do plan on doing that. And I'm very excited to read these books. And I do intend to get to them. Before the end of the year is up, I'm going to start this series because I'm very excited to read it. Okay, and then I got... Nope, don't try to lift 3 books at once. Okay, my Book of the Month Club books. Let's see, I don't remember which one of these was the Book of the Month. I think it was this one. Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. I'm not sure about the name. I'm terrible with these names. There's the author's name right there. So Leave the World Behind. And I thought this sounded really good. I'll just read you a little bit from the inside cover. Amanda and Clay head out to a remote corner of Long Island expecting a vacation, a quiet reprieve from life in New York City, quality time with their teenage son and daughter, and a taste of the good life in the luxurious home they've rented for the week. But with a late-night knock on the door, the spell is broken. Ruth and G.H., an older couple who claim to own the home, have arrived there in a panic. These strangers say a sudden blackout has swept New York, and with nowhere else to turn, they've come to the country in search of shelter. So yeah, I thought that sounded really, really good, and I'm really wanting to see what that book is like. And it's really short. Look, this is not very thick at all. So that should be a quick read. The next one is The Last Flight by Julie Clark. Now, this was the book of the month like 2 months ago or something, and I passed it up in favor of something else, but I was still interested in it, so I went ahead and got it this time. And this is about two women who are both fleeing from their life, and they meet at an airport, and then they swap identities. And so this is the story about how each of them contend with the other's identity. So I thought that sounded really, really good, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I would actually like to read this with my friend Greenie. Greenie, if you're watching, we should totally read this book together. Sounds like the kind of book she'd like. Okay, and then the next book I got is like a fantasy type book, and it's called Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. And I'm not exactly sure what this is like. My understanding was that there is a character in a maze or a labyrinth of sorts, and he lives there. And then one day he discovers that there's somebody else in the labyrinth or maze with him, and it becomes this mystery that he has to figure out. That's my understanding. Let's read the flap and see how close I am. Okay, Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its quarters endless. Its walls are lined with thousands upon thousands of statues, each one different from all the others. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases. Rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. There is one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. That's capitalized, a great and secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores, evidence emerges of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. Yeah, okay, so I was pretty right. So yeah, that sounds really good. I really want to read that one too, and I'll get to that who knows when eventually. And then, I don't know, several weeks ago, we took a trip out of town because my town has no bookstores. We went to Salina, and we went to a Books A Million, which I had heard all this stuff about how great Books A Million were. I didn't think it was that great. It was in a mall. It was not that big. And the books were all regular expensive book prices. And I was not impressed. But they did have a section up front where they had like a bunch of books that were marked down. And I did happen to five. I found 5 books in that section that I was absolutely thrilled. I don't remember how much they all were now, but none of them were more than $10. Actually, I think one was $12. The rest of them were all under $10. And I think a few of them were even like $7. So I was thrilled with that. And they're all hardback. So the first one I picked up, this is like a whole series of books. I just picked up the 2 that I thought were most interesting. The Classic Fantasy Collection, Strange Tales from a series of authors, including H.P. Lovecraft, Robert E. Howard, Arthur Machen, I'm not sure, George MacDonald, Lafcadio Hearn, oh my goodness, I'm probably butchering that name, and H.G. Wells. And look at this nice dust jacket. Now here's the best part. You take the dust jacket off. Look at the nice dust jacket. We'll show you the dust jacket, okay? There's the back, okay? Ta-da! It's just like the dust jacket. I was completely thrilled. I love it when the dust jackets and the books are the same. Love it. Just love it. So yeah, totally 100% thrilled with this series of books. I would like to go back and get some more of these. So I got that one. And then I got a horror one, the Classic Horror Collection, Terrifying Tales from Joseph Sheridan. Oh God, I'm going to butcher this again. Joseph Sheridan Le Fanu, H.P. Lovecraft, M.R. James, Edgar Allan Poe. I love Edgar Allan Poe. William Hope Hodgson and Bram Stoker. So there's the cover of the book. There's the back of the book. I didn't even show you the spine. Check out the spine. Cool, right? Yeah. So anyways, and again, the same thing, the book looks just like the dust jacket. I was completely thrilled. And those were the cheapest books. Those were the ones that were like $7. I was completely thrilled, just thrilled. Okay, and then there was another series of books that they had marked down, and I picked the 3 that I thought looked the most interesting in that series. Look how beautiful these books are. Just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I really should have closed that window and got my umbrella lights out, but look, can you see through the glare? Wow. Beautiful, beautiful books. Yeah. And this one is Gothic Fantasies, A Dying Planet, short stories. And then the other one I got, we'll show you the cover here. If I can. Oh, Brandy, you just should have closed that window. Okay, there's the back of it. Okay, And this one is dark fantasy, Pirates and Ghosts short stories. Ooh, I'm really looking forward to the Pirates and Ghosts one too. Oh, I love pirate stories. All right, and then here's the next one. Okay, this one is Tales of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table from Le Morte d'Arthur by Thomas Mallory. Now, this is a book, this is not the complete book evidently, that I have seen this book before and I never did pick up that one by the Thomas Mallory because, is it Thomas Mallory? That doesn't seem like it. That's the original author. I'll have to look that up just to make sure. But anyways, I did not pick up this book. I never did pick it up. I've seen it around though, because I just have read so much Arthurian fantasy and I have a lot of it too. And so I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to skip that one. So, but I've always been kind of curious about it anyway. And when I saw this in this really beautiful edition, even though I don't think it's the complete book because it says Tales from that, I just thought, well, I'm going to pick it up anyways, and I'm going to give that a try. And the other thing I like about it is, unlike the other two books, it's got these little tiny illustrations in it. You see the little illustrations? It's so cute. I just love it. I like the way this one is formatted. Really enjoy that. So anyway, yeah, that is all of the book club purchases. I mean, not book club purchase. Yeah, book club / subscription purchases and stuff that I've just picked up. I do have another book haul to do that I got from Book Outlet, and but you know, there were so many books I didn't want to put them all in the same video. So I'll do another video with my Book Outlet books.